Hi guys, Dr. Tati here, and welcome back to Doctor's Gaming. Whew, and welcome to Monster of the Month, the Castle Ravenloft episode. The reason I'm going whew is I'm just as nervous as all of the other players are. We're going to join them in just a second, as things changed at the end of last week's session. If you missed that session, make sure to check it out. I am going to update my playlist at the end of this session so that we can all know exactly what's going on. And yeah, the group had decided to accept the invitation of Strad van Zarovich and is going to have dinner with him today. They are on the way and probably discussing how they are going to behave themselves. Let's hope. But yes, I'm not going to spoil anything for you right now. You are going to have to experience just as much dread as they are going to experience today. Let's head straight into it and find out how the players are doing today. We have 3 players today. We have Io, Evelyn, and Beatrice. So let's see what is going to happen. I've tried to dress up for this, but I don't think I'm most Barovian of them all. But we'll see. Alright, hello.
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 Are you scared yet?
A
Not
little.
really, no.
Yeah, they've had a week to prepare. You had like 3 minutes to prepare, correct?
Yeah. Did we take a long rest or something?
Yeah, you took a long
Yes.
rest. It was the next morning when this was decided to be done.
Oh shit.
I will be
Doc, I
catching up.
have a quick question to ask.
Yeah.
I didn't notice a lot of spells I wanted to use, so can I switch a few of them? My bard spells, not the
Are you
AKA
as a
ones.
bard you're allowed to switch spells, correct?
That's an Unearthed Arcana, I think.
Yeah, I think.
No, I think bards can switch spells.
Yeah, I'll have
Only
to.
on level up.
Oh, only on level up. And this is a mistake that you made during your level up, correct?
Yes.
Speaking of, Io, did you actually level up?
I'm
Oh,
level 6. Should I be level 7?
I think you should be level
Yes.
7.
Yep.
Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna have to do this quickly. Give me a.
It's
Alright,
quick,
so I'll
right?
switch the spells
Yeah, I just
on
need to
D&D
quickly.
Beyond in this case.
Yeah, so
Because
yeah, let's do that quickly. Give me a second, Io, before you go to character monster. I just want to enable leveling up,
Okay.
compendium sharing.
That's why you shouldn't.
Yeah, but
That's why
I've
you
got other
shouldn't.
campaigns. I told you why.
I
You're a
know. I'm just
monster.
making fun of you.
Hey, the compendium is here. It's already in this one.
Tell me why.
Tell me I ain't nothing but a mistake. Why? Why?
I
All right.
don't know.
So give yourself 2. I think it's how much XP is it? Level
Is
15.
the one.
Level 7 is 2. Level 7 is 23,000 XP.
We're doing milestone though, I think.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. But if you're using the
Yes.
character monster, you
Ah.
still put in XP to
Ah.
help yourself.
Where's the
A level
one
up.
of my players
Come on.
used this spell and I want to find it, but I can't
Guys,
find it.
can we just quickly say a prayer to Selune so that I can roll an 8 on my
Please
fucking
roll.
alpha?
Yeah.
Guide yourself.
Guide yourself. Roll guidance.
Saloon doesn't need prayers. She guides.
Look at that luck. A 1.
Reroll. 1
Oh,
and a 2, you
nice.
get to reroll.
Very nice.
That's my rule in
Oh,
my
that's great.
campaigns.
Hey, that's much better.
Alright, good.
I'm so happy.
Good. You will need that strength. Though
Why?
maybe a good constitution modifier instead, because who knows how many wine we're
Oh,
going
there
to
it
drink.
is. Great. Roll20 is gonna be slow today for me.
So I was
Yay!
on D&D Beyond yesterday again,
Mm-hmm.
playing around with the dice and stuff, and I noticed that
Unearthly
the
chorus.
character monster doesn't add all the features. Like there's
The
some things missing.
Is it on D&D Beyond as well?
No, D&D Beyond has everything.
Yeah,
Like,
but Roll20, yeah, Roll20 doesn't. That's why I trust D&D Beyond more. That's why I always tell
Oh, I don't
players
have.
to refer
There's a
to.
spell called Unearthly Chorus, which one of my players used, and I can't find it on D&D Beyond.
Well, then it's probably Unearthed Arcana.
Is it? Because
I'll check in a second. I'm just seeing spells known. Song of Rest. Oh, I should probably check it in spell slots.
see.
Oh, I unlocked level 4 spells.
Yeah. This was a good
Says
level up.
I
Oh,
don't know where this is from. Doesn't specify it. No, that's UA. That's fine. Talking about
wow, that's great news,
is
Evelyn.
that?
Oh, not Evelyn, Vinyl. What is
Wait
Evelyn?
a minute.
It's on Earth Arcana. I found a link.
Yeah, still get paid. Bad news, I only get half
Oh,
my usual one.
God
The thing is,
damn it.
as long as you're getting paid,
Can I
Vinyl,
take
that's all good.
Graviturgy magic?
Thaumaturgy, you mean?
No, Graviturgy magic,
No,
because
you
it's a
cannot. No,
spell.
you cannot. That is a wild mount campaign spell. No,
Okay.
no. That spell specifically says you need the DM's approval. I will say no in this campaign. I experienced that spell the other day. I say no. No.
Oh, I can use divination.
Nice.
Well, if I pick it, I mean.
Yeah. So yes, Vinyl, we are quickly leveling up. We forgot to level up Io before we started the stream,
Oh, I'm definitely taking banishment.
and we
I
are.
think that could be the most useful.
Let me
Or
just.
control water, like I don't even know anymore.
I'm gonna have to check banishment because there is a certain rule for spells that if can
If
you
I'm
copy and
not
paste the wording?
mistaken, banishment works on summoned creatures.
Yeah, but
Uh,
in Ravenloft or in Barovia, spells that send creatures to another plane, other planes don't exist. It doesn't work because you're in a demi-plane.
Huh.
Yeah.
But summoning?
Summoning is fine. Summoning works. Sending creatures to another. So you attempt to send one creature that you can see within range to another plane of it. It does that spell won't work here. I'll copy and paste the wording if I can find it again. So don't even bother
then
getting that spell.
I guess it's between control water and death ward.
Marks of horror. That's what I'm looking for. Marks of horror. Details, humor, foreshadowing, story overview. No, it's not in that chapter. I guess the next chapter then. Chapter 1.
Okay, now well I get 2 free level 4 spells, which are the good ones.
That's good.
Wall of Fire and Guardian of Faith. So I think I'll take Revivify.
Yeah,
Do we have any
do you need?
crystals?
Yeah, you need that gem, right? Or is it?
Yeah, you need a crystal worth 300
We have
gold.
this robe of useful items. I think we have some there.
How much? What kind of gold? Because this is the gold value that's important there.
Diamonds worth 300 gold pieces.
Yeah, you're not gonna have a diamond worth a 300 gold piece in there.
Didn't we have like separate gems though? That's what I remember. Like 3, or we need 1 for the spell.
Yeah, but
We
I
it
need
think we
has.
had like
one.
3 separate ones of 100 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
It says diamonds.
Yeah,
Diamonds.
diamonds.
Let me copy and paste so you
Diamonds
can
are
see.
Okay.
Rainbow's best.
So it might be multiple,
Yeah, it
but I
has to
know
be
for
diamonds. I know for a fact it has to be a diamond at least.
yeah, but it doesn't have to be one diamond. It can be multiple diamonds. But with the higher level revive spells, it's 1 diamond worth 500 gold pieces.
I'm also gonna copy and paste the wording for the reason why you can't. Banishment might not work here. Yeah, no spell, not even wish, allows one to escape from Strahd's domain. Astral projection, teleport, plane shift, and similar spells cast for the purpose of leaving Barovia simply fail, as do effects that banish a creature to another plane of existence. These restrictions apply to magic items and artifacts that have properties that transport or banish creatures to other planes. Blah 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 blah. I've got a whole other thing. I've got cosmetic details. I've got a lot of interesting information here. Ooh, you've got Spyro 1 and Spyro 2. Oh, you're halfway through Spyro 2 completed. Nice.
Oh yeah, it does. Wow, that sucks.
Yeah. This is why I'm warning I don't take the spell, because he's gonna be in trouble if he takes the spell.
Well, I don't have to change anything. Thank goodness. It's like I literally saw this yesterday and I was like, oh, that's really cool. That can help me all
Oh,
my
so
performance checks.
it's
And
an
it's like,
unearthed
oh,
it's an unearthed arcana spell.
Yeah, I know.
Mm.
I just noticed this now. So
So
I
now you
told
know
the
what.
player, I told that specific player, like, well, there's a technical issue with the spell of yours, and apparently you guys are right. So
Yep.
yes.
So the reason. So you remember that Monet is half skeleton as well, right?
Yeah, my
Mm.
familiar,
Yeah,
yes.
so here is the specifications for Find Familiar. The Familiar is undead, not a celestial, fey, or fiend, and is immune to features that turn undead. That's why
Yay!
that's why your cat
So
is has a skeletal paw.
that's fine. I know that.
Same for you, Beatrice, with Find Steed. Here's your features for Find Steed, just so you know. Next time you're summoning your
Ooh,
horse.
there's a literal there's like an excerpt for each spell.
Yeah, well, for yeah,
Huh.
cosmetic spell modification. I've got one for Revivify. I've got one for Spirit Guardians. I've got one for Phantom Steed.
Ooh,
Yeah, got one for Mage Hand, Gust of Wind, Fog Cloud. Fog Cloud.
and it made
You've seen
yeah.
the Fog Cloud before, one before, because that was the one with
Ooh,
the hands.
that was from the book. I thought it was your.
No, well, it says misty, harmless claws form in the fog. I just added a bit more.
Huh, interesting. Well, then I don't have to change my spells, thankfully.
Right, how are you doing with your level up?
I'm finished. The previous time I lost 8 HP.
Oh, those were from what was it again? Can you
Strahd.
Strahd himself? I think those return on a long rest, if I am correct. Those were from Bane, I think, right?
Yeah, I was on 60. I was on 68 HP.
I'm sure enough, Bane is
So
supposed
I
to
lost 5. I
be.
lost 5 hit points. So I
Yeah.
should be on 75.
All
Did
right.
he bite you?
He
Probably from
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
he bit me.
Yeah,
He
if he
bit
bit you,
me.
yeah. Then so bite. Here is the bite ability.
Alrighty.
Yeah, it's only lasts until a long rest, so make sure to put your health back up then,
Okay.
because you've had that long rest. Also, yeah, since we are streaming, I want to thank whoever donated some cash this morning. That is really, really awesome. I got the $10 donation from the Abbot this morning. I like it.
The Abbot.
The Abbot. I'm hoping it's the Abbot of Saint Markovia. That's what I'm hoping for.
It's me. It was me. It was me.
Thank you, Beatrice. It was really, really cool. Appreciate it a lot. Yes, then you are the Abbot of Saint Markovia. Um, but yes, if Io is ready, Evelyn, if you are ready, we can finally get into this thing that we are all nervous about.
Oh yeah.
So, last where we left off, you had doused the flames that was created during the battle between Io and uh, his previous one of the previous well, not at that point it wasn't leader, but one of the leaders of the werewolves and Strahd. Um, it was an intense battle, but the fire raged on. You spent a few hours trying to douse the flames and help as many people as you can. The were-ravens arrived and helped out, putting or flying into the village and bringing buckets from the fire line that was created by Anna Kraskova. Because the pool of light was a bit far away from where the fire was originally created. It took a while, but you were able to contain the flames. Um, the Were Ravens told you about the battle at the Wizard of the Wines, that Esmeralda and the rest of the people that you left behind had successfully killed a large, dangerous looking mud tree that had these weird, strange features to it that came in and destroyed the first and second floor of the winery. That is one less creature to worry about and one less monster of the month to take care of, as Esmeralda took care of it for you. You went back into the village. Beatrice started speaking to Aurelius again, blaming him. Well, I won't say blaming him, but reminding him of the things that had been done to her how she had been kept underneath the church's dungeons and tortured because she was what she is by his own friends. Um, Father Aurelius started crying, was very, very emotional, but kept his cool. At the same time, Evelyn and Roland had their own issues to sort out because one of the women in town who had been showing signs of being highly pregnant was finally giving birth, and Evelyn and Roland was asked to find a midwife. Roland started running down the streets doing crazy things. It's up to you what you did. I have no idea I can't remember what you did at the moment, but you probably had your long rest because it was a tough day for you.
If I remember correctly, what just wasn't in the session, so.
Yeah, he wasn't in the session. That's what I'm telling him. It's up to
I
him
was
what he did.
just doing what everyone else was doing.
All right, you were helping out. So the men weren't allowed to witness the birth, except for Father Aurelius. But Beatrice and Evelyn was at least present during that time. You watched a baby boy be born, and it was given a name, which I totally forget what it is now. Do any of you remember what it is?
Alistair.
Alistair, there we go. Alistair, yes. Dragon Age 2, that's why I have to remember it. Alistair,
Dragon Age 1, but yes.
yeah, Dragon Age 1,
case.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. The child was born without a soul. The mother realized it, but the midwife didn't really want to tell the mother that. I think you convinced the midwife to at least take care of the baby, tell the mother at some point, and allow the mother some solace. Because the midwife knew that eventually the mother is going to become jaded and sad and depressed. So the midwife is going to do as much as she can to keep both the baby and the mother sane and happy. After that, you finally had your long rest. You finally recuperated from the intense battle, and the next morning, Evelyn shared the information from the letter from Castle Ravenloft, from Rahadin. You all had a discussion about what you're going to do next, and the town's guard approached, saying that there is a black carriage outside waiting with 2 horses. When you went to investigate, well, you decided to go to Amber Temple, and you were on the way to Amber Temple when you investigated this carriage. As you investigated, you realized this is your ride to Castle Ravenloft. We ended the session with you climbing into the cart and saying, "We are going to Castle Ravenloft. We're accepting the invitation from Stradvan Zarovich." And that is currently where we are on the way to Castle Ravenloft. Is there anything you would like to do while you are in this cart, or anything you would like to do in this six and a half hour journey? I'll double check what the statistics is, but this is quite a journey and a half.
I'll just sit and think about how I cannot set the forest on fire every time I fight.
Yeah, literally every time
I
you're
mean,
outside.
We are going to be in Castle Ravenloft, so set fire away.
Fire bad.
Fire bad. There we go. Fire bad. Yeah. Do you tell them about this, or just is this your own thoughts?
No, it's just my own thoughts.
All right. Beatrice and Evelyn. As far as I remember, I wasn't too much in trouble, but that's because various other things happened. Yeah, this is a 6.5 hour journey. Yeah, I was correct. Look at that.
Did we find any loot?
No one
Untold.
searched him on the werewolf.
So we must
I'm-
root again.
I mean, for Kirill, I said that I would look,
Yeah. So
search his
sorry.
body, but there was nothing, right?
Yeah. So Kirill and most of the werewolves don't go out with any treasure. Aya, you would actually know why. The treasure that is collected from other adventurers and other people from outside is hoarded and placed in front of the shrine of Mother Night. That treasure is also, um, I'm giving you this information. Beatrice and Evelyn does not know this information, and the same for anyone else. But yes, I'll give you this information. That treasure is cursed. If it's taken away from the shrine, things happen.
Okay.
That's why they don't carry gold with them. They don't need gold. They're living off the land. They are not what you are.
Yeah, very different.
Very, very different. That's why Beatrice didn't find anything on. Why do I forget his name the whole time? I want to say Tornescu, but I know
Kirill?
it's Kirill. There we go. Kirill Stoyanovich. Thank you. I've got Tornescu in my mind because I've got Io in front of me.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
So yeah, the only thing that survived was the letter. You didn't kill anyone else of note per se, as far as I know. So this black carriage does have windows that you can see out of. The the few miles that you've ridden, when you tried the doors and things, they wouldn't open. And even if you were to really attempt to escape, I don't think you want to escape at the moment because your mind is
No.
set. Yeah. All right. So yeah, you are heading through these forests, witnessing scenes, especially for Evelyn and Beatrice, of places you've been to, things you've seen, memories flashing by. You are heading past Rictavia's tower. From this distance, you can't see what's going on. When you cross the river, you try to look at Rictavia's tower, and you can see much. Not surprising, you can see a bit of smoke coming out of the ground there. So it's confirming that at least the lightning that you had seen was coming from there. But you don't see the shape of the tower in the mist and the fog, unfortunately. As you're traveling through the old Svalich road, it's forests as usual. Silence other than the cart itself and the clopping of hooves. No creature attempts to even stop you. You don't barely see any creatures outside. It's as if the the fog that used to stop you from entering to places is ensuring that now nothing is getting close to you. Um, as if what has been mentioned before, Strahd is in control of the land itself. You approach Vallaki. The cart turns and takes one of the side roads around Vallaki. That you remember when you went to the Vistani encampment. There were several smallish roads. It takes one of those roads, so you don't notice or see what's going on in town. From this distance, the town looks like it always has. There is no black cloud hanging over it. There is no zombies running out and screaming or killing people. There are no flying birds if there were. You could make a perception check if you want to see if there are any ravens flying around, if you're so inclined.
Can I try
I
to
don't
smell?
think
Sure.
that ravens are Evelyn's best friend. At least not really.
Not really. Okay, so you can try and smell if there is. What do you want to smell for, Io?
Not specifically ravens. I just want to see what sense I pick up.
Okay. And Beatrice, is there anything you want to do?
I think I would focus more while we are in the area of the castle. So until
Okay.
we head there, I will just try to remain calm, even though I'm terrified.
Yeah. The longer this takes, the more terrified you get, I'm sure. Um. So you're looking for something untoward here, even though you've been close to Vallaki before, I'm assuming. How?
Yeah, I would say like maybe I've been inside once.
Mhm. How did they treat you when you were in there? How would you say they treated you?
Well, I would say they were they didn't pay me much mind because I was trying to be probably a little bit inconspicuous.
Was this before or after you
Yeah.
gotten the gear you currently have? Because my next question is going to be about your gear.
This is probably where I got
Okay.
my
So you had
my
enough
clothing.
you had enough money to be able to get your clothing, correct?
Or maybe I stole it.
That's
Who
what I was
knows?
thinking. Is my thought was you either had stolen it or somehow you'd gotten outside of the fog. You're not usually werewolves aren't usually allowed outside of the fog unless there are special occasions that call for it. Um, so you could have scrounged up some money somehow when you were outside of Barovia, or you could have purchased it here, stolen it here. That is up to you.
Yeah, I followed the light out of the fog. Ended up in Valaki, a big village for the first time. Took
Hmm.
some clothes. Didn't even know I stole it.
Okay, there we go. That I'm happy with that. I don't know about the others, but this is news to them too. All right. Yeah, the other side of Valaki, you're flashing back to very, very, very long ago, before you'd crossed the. Oh, I left someone behind. Who did I leave behind? Beatrice. Oh no. Before you'd even crossed the lake, before you'd gone into the caves, before you'd gone into Valaki, found out the weird politics going on there, before various things that you had done on this side.
This is new.
Yeah, I just added now, just so you know which road you're on. Welcome to the Old Svalich Road. Um, yeah, I'm trying. I'm even trying to remember what happened for like 5 months ago, 4 months ago. You
I
had. Yeah, sorry.
I want to say to the rest of them like I've never been this far east before.
There we go. They can tell. They can tell you what happened. Thank you.
Well, it's about to get far more east than this.
I have to
Yeah,
say Valaki has to be my least favorite place of all.
Tell me about it.
I can agree. This group had
At
the
least I
worst
don't
luck
have
in
to be
Valaki.
happy right now, am I right?
Happiness is mandatory. You have to be happy. All will be well. All will be well. You can hear it probably just this far.
I think the people in that village is very strange. I don't understand them.
We didn't either. So welcome to the club.
Is it really only that village though? Let's face it. I mean, you're from here, so maybe you don't recognize it, but everyone is kind of insane.
I guess that is true. I mean, Kresk seemed a little normal, in my opinion.
Mhm. The Abbey seems normal enough as well. Love the Abbey.
Not happy.
Not the Abbey. All right. I think that's probably what Beatrice is referring to here about Kresk at least. And then you got the old woman who wants stories told. Tell me a story and you get a coat.
Well, considering old insane ladies, we're nearing the windmill now.
Yeah, you are. Um,
What is inside the windmill?
Nothing.
Not at the moment,
Now.
no.
Some bones, some frogs.
Yeah, no one even released the poor frogs and the chickens. They probably died of starvation, poor frogs.
Well, we're not druids.
All right.
Touche.
Touche. I don't recall what you did with the. Oh no, you killed the two sisters in the forest. You didn't even kill them here. They escaped from your
I
clutches.
I mean, we killed
And you
one
buried
of
them.
them.
Yeah.
Apparently you brought her back, so we killed her again.
Yeah.
Hmm.
and her other sister, and then Maguntha went away.
Yeah, Maguntha is still alive. Yay! Mwahaha. Yeah, Maguntha is somewhere within Barovia, scheming her revenge for you killing her 2 daughters. But I've got a feeling that some of you know where she is, which is great for me, I guess. Traveling through this IO, all of this terrain looks new. It looks mountainous. You had seen Mount Gacchus, you'd seen um, Mount Baratok, but this is a new view of it. In the center of this valley, you see how big it is, how um, craggy the mountains are, and how cold it might be. You also see for the first time these large walls covered from this side flanked by 2 big statues. People in my stream know these statues very, very well because that is currently my background for my desktop. But these are the walls of Barovia. The gates are open. The horses and carts travel through there, but these are very, very, very big gates.
Wow, these are very big gates.
Says what the DM says and hopes for a response. I don't know.
That's what she said.
From
What?
here.
What?
Sorry. I continue.
Who said that?
Just gonna like. She's just like giving like the look of, "Are you seriously asking me this?"
I don't have any concept of what you're talking about.
Metagaming
Maybe
is not
when
a
you
thing.
grow old, you little wolf. Maybe.
Oh, this is adult humor. Okay.
So from here, it is quite new to all of you as the carts start turning off the road and through a narrow valley, winding and twisting through it. It's small forests in here, but not biggish ones like the ones in the Svalich Woods. So after winding through the forest and craggy mountain peaks, this road turns into this easterly direction, and you start seeing features way off in the distance. You get closer and closer to this large castle. It's startling. This is this description. Awesome. Its awesome presence of Castle Ravenloft that towers before you. The carriage continues to twist and turn through this small little valley, and then eventually starts. Well, a sudden lurch just makes it stop. It comes to a dead stop before these twin turrets of stone, broken from years of exposure. Beyond these guard towers is the precipice of a 50-foot wide, fog-filled chasm that disappears into unknown depths. I'm about to share with you a picture.
Show us the picture.
Picture. Show to everyone. So this is Castle Ravenloft.
Dun dun
Dun
dun.
dun dun. A lower drawbridge of old, short-up wooden beams stretches across this chasm between you and the archway to the courtyard. The chains of this drawbridge creak in the wind. Their rust-eaten irons straining under the weight. From atop the high walls, stone gargoyles stare at you out of their hollow eye sockets and grin hideously. A rotting wooden portcullis, green with growth, hangs above the entry tunnel. Beyond this location, the main doors of Ravenloft stand open. A rich, warm light spills from within, flooding the courtyard. Torches flutter sadly in sconces on both sides of the open doors.
Out of the cart at this point.
The cart stopped dead right in front of this bridge.
And did the door open?
Of course, it goes and nice and creaky wooden sound, and then just suddenly goes opens up. Of course, It's Ravenloft. Ravenloft, what do you expect?
Can I ask something? So I think I would already like before we arrive, like in front of the door, I would be like a Arabelle. I would be on the window looking out, like stick my head
Sure,
and
yeah.
observe.
Hmm.
Whoa,
So
red
I
lines.
would
I'm just showing you the road before I put it back again.
basically I would check if there's anything unique on the way, if we have to be careful of something since we're gonna be back, if I
Mm.
notice anything
Okay,
out of the ordinary.
sure. Make me. Do you want a nature or do you want to just perception?
Perception is better.
Okay, go for perception then.
Nope.
I thought you were like a dog staring out. Apparently, the wind is just whipping and the fog is just not clear enough.
At this point, like Evelyn just like walks out of the cart, like fully confident, and like just like walks up to the castle.
Oh, you're not even close to the castle. You still got a drawbridge to go, my friend.
I mean, like confidently walk the drawbridge. Then,
All
like,
right.
zero shits given.
Uh-huh.
It's
Right.
like if he wanted to kill us, he would have already have done it. That's the mindset anyway.
All right. So you're.
I'm also trying, yeah, to pretend that I'm not scared because I know
just
that
build up
he
our
has.
confidence.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm fucking shaking. Like I'm shaking out of my boots. Like you can see the fear in my face. Like I'm not even trying.
Good. All right. So let me put you over to the drawbridge of Ravenloft. This is a.
I'm sorry
Hello.
for your stream.
That's
Is
okay.
swearing allowed?
It's fine. Yeah. They really don't care. Vinyl really doesn't care.
I mean, I've been swearing up and down, so
He knows me personally. I usually don't swear, but he's fine with it, and he swears a lot. He really doesn't
Yeah,
care.
a lot.
A lot. All right. Yeah. So the chasm that is yawning at your feet at the moment is quite deep. The rusted bridge and old floorboards seem intact. Good for you.
can I like walk carefully, like judge how sturdy the bridge is?
Okay, how do you want to walk carefully and judge how sturdy the
I'd
bridge
say
is?
perception check, like make like feel the resistance against my foot
You know what?
as I
What?
step on the wood.
In this one situation, I would say that's an investigation check as you put your foot on the bridge.
All right, if you say so.
I'm gonna put
I mean,
I'm gonna put Roland over here, obviously, because he's just as afraid, I guess. I don't know what Roland's gonna do about this.
no, I won't use bardic inspiration for this. 13.
You put your foot gently onto the first wooden beam. Your foot seems to hold.
Well then,
The
and
bridge doesn't
she'll
sway
like,
much.
I mean, she'll just like take it in stride and like start walking normally.
All right, so I'm gonna. How far do you want to roll? Want to walk in here?
I mean, as far as you'll let me.
Okay.
I won't like start
Go for
running.
it.
I'm starting walking.
Yeah, you've got
I'm still
30 feet.
walking. So I mean, I can.
Yeah, you've got 30 feet. Or 60
Oh,
feet if you
alright.
want to. I mean, this is a large bridge. It's not like you're gonna make it across in 2 seconds.
I know, but just
Right.
asking.
I'm gonna roll a 100 here.
Great.
Ooh. Oh, so I should probably roll a D100, not just roll 100. D100.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you're fine.
Oh crap.
The
This isn't
bridge-
a stable bridge. Great.
Yeah, the bridge starts swinging at your weight, and you can feel the floorboards creak and groan underneath your feet. But where you're stepping, you are perfectly fine.
All right. Can I like try to like loosen my weight by stepping very carefully?
Sure.
What check is that?
That's why I'm saying sure. I thought you had a check to do.
I don't know. Acrobatics.
Acrobatics
I
or
guess?
athletics? Go for it.
I probably go with athletics because stomping wouldn't
Yeah.
make any
Please.
sense.
Yeah, please do not go stomping on this bridge. I will increase the
20.
DC. There we go. You're perfectly fine. You're a lightweight,
So-
Evelyn the Moonshade. You're a lightweight.
So can I just keep
Go for it.
walking then?
Yeah, you go for it.
Gonna go
So-
prone and crawl over.
Okay,
All right.
that's probably the best idea. I see Beatrice is before you, Io, so I'm gonna have Beatrice go before you.
That's
I
fine.
will follow Av's example as I see that she's trying to be a bit more careful, but I also want to figure out how high, what's the height,
Ooh, make me.
more or
ooh,
less.
Yeah, make me a nature check. Because I don't think it. It could be a wisdom type check as well, but I think nature would be. Ooh, there we go. This. I'm gonna give you the exact number here. You can see far below. For a second, the fog disappears, and you can just see darkness stretching down and 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 down. Goes about 1,000 feet.
Oof. And these towers are empty, I
Those,
guess,
yeah,
or they
those towers,
seem.
yeah, those
I,
are.
I think I'll turn around, see Beatrice looking down. And say, hey, ever heard about not looking down while you do this?
Also, just so you know, even though this map shows this here, it does not exist. It's still darkness. That's in fact where the deepest section of the caverns are. Just so that Evelyn knows. That's where the bridge probably swings
Yeah,
the
I know.
most.
I think that mostly it's Evelyn thinks that Strahd lives on this, so
Yes,
showing
because
fear at the
Strahd
moment
doesn't
was rude.
own a horse named Bucephalus that can fly. Or Strahd
True,
can't
but-
turn into a bat anytime he
I
wants.
mean, I mean that our fear, not showing fear.
I know.
I
Well,
mean,
we're gonna be back soon. I'm kind of trying to prepare.
hmm
Okay, and I will try to move carefully behind here.
Alright. I'm gonna roll another D100. You can get to Evelyn at the moment.
I think that me saying that she can't look down gives her inspiration. So you have a D6 if you want, Beatrice.
Yeah. I'm just breathing heavily because this is still a small chance that things can happen here that scares the crap out of me.
I wonder how many inspirations do I have? I have. Oh wow. Okay, I have 3. Well, that's good to know.
Alright, Beatrice, even with your plate armor that is quite heavy, you feel the bridge groaning and creaking as you're walking over. You are fine. You imagine for a second when you watch one of these holes that there is a problem, but you're fine.
I think maybe what I'll do is I'll walk up to the last 30 feet
Yeah,
and
you-
then jump using my boots.
All right. Yeah. You can leave
So-
Beatrice in the middle of the bridge. Go for it.
Let's do it. I do a triple flip, land on the ground and say, "See, no problem."
For some reason, this side of the map is weird.
But from the middle of the bridge, we still see darkness.
Yeah,
I guess, right?
Yeah, yeah. So from the picture, you also saw that Castle Ravenloft is sort of lifted on this peak of a mountain, but around it, it is empty void.
Okay, I'm gonna look back at Io. Just be careful and you'll make it. If I made it with this armor, anyone can.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, little wolf, you should be fine.
Io, what are you
So-
doing?
I'm crawling
Yeah, you're crawling.
over because
Okay, so you have
I have a fear of
advantage.
heights.
Oh, you have a fear of heights.
Yeah, and as every time my hand touches the wood, I'm casting mending
Okay.
the cantrip.
Okay, that's gonna give you advantage on any checks you need.
Okay, so what do I need to roll? Dexterity. I mean, acrobatics.
Yeah, go for acrobatics. Beatrice, also roll me acrobatics for the sake of this,
You have a D6 if you want, Beatrice.
since I forgot to have Beatrice roll.
Okay, never mind.
Beatrice is fine.
I hope it's not.
Wow. Okay, I'm still rolling the D100. Oh, you're perfectly fine. Wow. What interesting rolls. We've got a 40, a 91, and a 72. So yeah, you can move as far as you want to in that crawling state. And Beatrice, you're also fine.
20.
You get
30.
across
Do
the
you roll
bridge.
for Roland or
I
monkey monk?
Yeah, you can. Do you want to control Roland for today?
I'm fine with that.
All right. So I'll give you his sheet.
I'm basically just going to Naruto run this bridge.
Use all of his monk points now. Please do it. Go, 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 go.
No, I'm just gonna use one
Okay.
to Naruto run this bridge, basically.
Are you gonna Naruto run while Io is on the bridge as well?
Yes, of course.
Go for it.
Oh jeez, I'm gonna
I
die.
still don't have control though.
No, you should have control right now.
Not yet. Not on the token, anyways.
That's weird. Let's go with this and with that.
Okay, now I do.
So it's
So
roll
let's
20
see,
being slow.
how much movement does he have? Because
70
never-
feet, I think. It might be 35 or something like that.
Wow.
He's got like 100.
okay.
He can do this in. Yeah, he can go 190 feet if he's using all of his actions.
Okay, so 190 you said?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Yep, Naruto run through the bridge. Let's do this. How many acrobatics rolls do you want me to do?
Make one with advantage, I guess. Ah,
Because
monks.
now, well, this is going to be easy. Yep,
Of
natural
course.
20.
Of course, of course.
Ninja time, baby.
As you're like, gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. You're trying to repair things that aren't big enough to be repaired, and a lot of these are rusted and decaying with age. So repair works with certain things, but doesn't close a lot of these gaps. You just hear a quick whew as Roland just runs past you.
As he runs past, I'll just like, like a cat. Like when Tom and Jerry and Tom is stuck to the roof with his nails
Yeah.
in the roof. Like I'm like that. Like spreading myself out on the floor, digging my nails into the wood.
If only you could extend your nails. Now would be a good time to go hybrid form, I'm sure.
And I'm just crawling slowly forward.
All right. Make me that final check.
With advantage again?
Yeah, because
Come on.
because you're crawling, you can do it.
I
1,000
like
feet is
Avalon's getting impatient at this point.
Yeah, well, yeah. You're perfectly fine. It's gonna take you a while, but you're gonna be late for dinner, but that's okay. Not that
Yeah.
they're expecting you.
The wine's getting hot.
Yeah.
I don't know what to.
What to do?
I get to about there, right?
Mm-hmm. Then you're fine.
And then, should I make another one for the last round?
No, you're fine.
Oh, so I can get across.
You'll notice I did not roll a D100. Yes, you're fine. This is a check for crossing the bridge once. So now you know that at least.
I mean, at this point, I don't think that. It's, well, who knows?
Yeah, when you want me to share the information, I'll share the information with you.
About the bridge.
Yeah. Well, just say
Maybe
one
you-
sentence.
Maybe we shouldn't know though because we're gonna be back.
I know. That's why I don't want to share it right now. I'm not going to share all of the information. Yeah, and I'm not going to share it. I'm not going to share the information.
Right. Next round. Let's go.
Next time I'm making a lasso for Io.
I would really appreciate that.
Dragging you through a bridge. Sure.
Sounds good to me. Oh, whoa!
I'll look
Thank you
like-
for the bits. Thank you,
I look
Mindwack.
like one of those dogs when you're walking your dog and he doesn't want to walk, so he just lays on the floor.
Oh
You
yeah,
have to drag it.
I saw a video like that on YouTube the other day. Oh, that was
Oh
fun.
man, that is funny.
That's hilarious. Thanks for the bits, Mindwack. It's really, really awesome. 100 bits is really, really cool. All right. So you've approached this new section that's the courtyard that heads to the main entrance of the castle. You see thick, cold fog swirling in this courtyard. Sporadic flashes of lightning lance the weeping clouds overhead as thunder starts shaking the ground. As Io was taking his time, clouds had started appearing and it started to rain.
Thinking like, Can I like act, or is there something else you wanted to do?
Well, I just want to finish the
Is there
description, but sure.
I mean, at this point, it's like, enough with the stupid theatrics. Strahd, if we've been invited to dinner, do you mind?
Through the drizzle, you see torch flames fluttering on each side of the keep's open main doors. Warm light spills out of the entrance, flooding the courtyard. You don't hear anything in this courtyard. High above the entrance, you see a
Oh, I know
round...
he hears me.
Yeah. High above the entrance is a round window with shards of broken glass lodged in its iron frame. This is also probably the point where I will remind you that there is a music channel for the people in my Discord who can listen to music if you haven't yet. I want to listen to the music so badly today because this is Barovia, this is Castle Ravenloft, this is all the best stuff.
I mean, wait, we're talking our music, or?
Yeah, I'm talking about your music. This is a reminder for the
So
three of you.
far-
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So far, we have the Castle Ravenloft and Rain.
Oh,
so
you
if
do?
we need to change it, just let us
I
know.
mean, yeah. Let's change it into the evil orchestral thing.
You'll know when you need to change into the evil crystal thing. Don't worry about
Okay,
that.
okay. I have
okay.
it ready.
Yeah, okay.
I like it. I like it.
Uh-huh.
Let's do this.
Let's do this thing. All right, Io, are you feeling a little bit better now that you're across from the bridge? The bridge is over here, as you can see.
Much better.
Good.
Like,
Yeah, this is solid footing, solid ground.
I think like Avis is thinking, what did you see in him? Seriously.
Don't know.
are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to myself. Like Avis talking to herself.
Ooh, love is in the air.
Ugh.
I'll dust off my clothes while I get up.
All right. Go for it. I want to check something quickly. Did it? All right. No. Good. Yeah, you're free to explore. The light is emanating from this point over here, and there is a large. Well, the castle has several floors. We'll all know that, but just underneath here is a main roof, and the first ground floor has this little alcove that goes into that main entrance where the light is filling in. To your right and to your left, this courtyard expands and goes to the side of the castle. In other areas of the castle itself.
Do I see something that looks more like a main entrance?
Yeah, the one in front of you, the one where the light's coming from.
Well then, you know what I'm doing.
the point that's flashing green. Boing,
Yes.
boing.
Go exactly to that point.
All right.
Immediately. Like
Immediately.
I would look for the towers, I guess,
Mhm.
and figure out how far they are and if I can
Okay.
use my spell.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna check something quickly because I wanted to show you this. All right, this map does not have dynamic lighting. Excellent. So this is a side profile view of Castle Ravenloft. I will show you in a second which direction you're seeing this from.
ooh,
Yeah.
cool.
So you're over here.
Oh, okay.
It's weird. They show the
thought-
backside of it, but if you look at the map at the bottom here, right?
Yes.
You see that's why they're showing it. So you're standing over there and watching this main entrance there. Then you've got those other sections that go like this, and you've got those sections that go like that.
I think that walking through the entrance like a boss is like the.
But yes, Beatrice,
the
you can
only
see
thing-
there are various towers and things. Yeah, there's
And there's a way for us to basically move to the overlook of the castle if we want to, or not really.
From here, the overlook of the castle is at the back over here. No, so to get to the overlook that looks over Barovia, at the bottom of this map, you need to get through the sections here. It would be somewhere back here. This thing
yeah,
looks
I
over
also
the
think
castle.
that there's gates and stuff.
Well, you need to find out what's going on there.
Hmm.
But
I don't.
yeah, the main interest is somewhere over there. Weirdly enough, they don't show the front of the castle, which I'm like, what the hell?
I
What
also
exactly
wanna
is
like
our?
first like do the dinner, and just so we don't like miss the opportunity to talk with Swad before we you know what I mean?
Well, I'm not planning to fight with him. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just I
But
think
I
that if we
mean,
screw around in his castle, we
no, no, I wouldn't really like. I wouldn't want to walk around. But basically, I want to figure out how many towers I can see because I'd rather cast a spell now rather than when he's around and watch
divine
me.
sense.
Yeah. No, no, no. The
No,
locate
find
object for
yeah,
the
locate
item,
object
Mm.
is what she wants to try and figure out.
Oh,
and
okay.
it's 1,000 feet. So
Yeah.
should I copy it for you?
I need to look at the. I know I've somewhere I've got the dimensions of what the castle is from top to bottom. I just can't remember right now. But I know that. Do you have a description of it? Do you know what it looks like, or are you just trying to figure out any kind of necklace here?
Let me just double check what I have on my notes.
Yeah. Well, I look for the dimensions of this castle because it is written down as obviously those kinds of things. So the map that you currently are on is not the original map that's in the book. This is one that was specifically made for Roll20 because the map that I put you over, that's the map they make for the book, which is a nightmare to work on with Roll20. So this is specially made, not by me, but by
Okay,
Roll20. I love this map with a passion.
it's beautiful. So because he told me that it was a red heart, a living heart, I would think of a heart. And basically, I guess the problem is that if there's like a person inside, it would ping all the
Yeah.
people, all the living people. But I will still do it.
Okay. So it is going to ping a few times then. There are people inside this. In fact, there are quite a lot of people. You're surprised about how many hearts there are beating in several floors. Speaking of, thank you very, very much. Hey, thanks so much for another 100 bits. Kill them all, Doc. You got my approval. Wow, thanks.
Well,
Apparently,
that's
yeah.
inspiring.
Apparently, Monday's group has allowed me to kill your group.
Are they betting now?
Yeah, clearly. This is Henrik Krackhammer that is telling you.
Quick guess. I'm guessing that they want to kill me first. Because I'm really confident and that's not a good idea.
That's true. So Beatrice, yeah, unfortunately, when you cast the spell, you feel and hear. There is one that is beating much harder than the rest, and much more intense. There's this.
I'll try to remember the spot, but
Oh
would
yes.
would undead also count?
No, undead would not count.
Okay, so it's living people
It's
actually.
living.
That's
There is actual living people in this castle.
okay.
Apparently.
Welcome to Barovia, where even I surprise you with there's living people here.
And so basically, it's like from the two front towers that I can sense them, I guess.
Yeah, because I don't have the exact dimensions now, I will say that the top of the tower here, this would constitute at least 1,000 feet. The biggest beating heart you sense is here, but you'll have beating hearts coming from here, coming from there,
Are
coming
you
from in
pinging?
here.
Because I can't
Oh,
see
sorry,
anything.
I'm in the wrong map. Sorry. Right. So biggest beating heart is here.
Of course, it's
Of
in the
course.
tallest
That's
tower. Why
bad.
wouldn't
It's in the
it
middle
be?
of the thing.
The other beating hearts are here. There is some beating hearts around there. Some in this tower over here. And even some here. Oh, and there's another one
Um,
there. Hey, look how well I know my own castle.
I can hold this spell for 10 minutes. I don't want you to do. It's like futile to tell me like every time I sense
Yeah, no,
people. But
you'll tell
if
me
there's
when you want
something
me to.
extraordinary, no, I guess it's up to you. Like if I notice like maybe
Ah,
a strange concentration of people somewhere, or if something is
okay.
weird
I
the
can
next
use
10
it.
minutes that I'm inside,
Yeah,
maybe you can tell me
I will
something.
definitely tell you. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. Thank you. Copy
Okay.
it. Yeah, you can cast the spell. Let me see the wording as well.
Yeah.
So we see the light coming from this side, right?
So you see the light coming from where Evelyn is currently standing. It is through the main open doors, and it is the only light I think at the. Well, there are some other lights as well, but just above it, you do see there is on the first floor there is a hole in a stained glass window that is currently what's it? What was the description? I always forget this description. High above the entrance is a round window with shards of broken glass lodged in its iron frame. I see.
So I'd like to try and listen and hear if there's anything going on. Like, do I hear anyone speaking or?
Ah, okay, yeah, make me that perception check.
I'll actually say that Roland does that too. I mean,
Yeah, Roland,
that would be a classic thing he does.
that would be a classic thing he does.
I rolled accidentally with advantage, so it's
Yeah,
23.
23, okay. And
I mean,
Aya?
I don't think it makes a difference.
Hey, natural 20.
Yay, nice.
So this, I think, would be the point where you make our music happen, because you definitely can hear organ music. Someone is playing a heavy, heavy, heavy organ from somewhere in the castle.
Come on, Beatrice, do it.
Do it! I dare you, do it! It is coming
Do
from
it.
your right-hand side of the ground floor. You don't hear any screaming or yelling other than the thunder and lightning and the heavy rain. As you're walking across this courtyard, you do get a little bit soaked.
What is Avalinda wearing?
What are you
She's
wearing?
wearing what you see in her picture.
Describe what
Yeah,
it
but
is.
I can't see, like, what are you wearing, like, around your waist?
It's basically a belt that has 2 quivers on each side.
Okay, so you don't have like a cape or anything like that.
No, not really.
Okay, I'll just like hold on to the back of her shirt.
Yeah. If Evelyn allows it, I say yes.
It's like, and she'll sense you holding it and is like, oh, come on.
I
Who's
don't
that
like
a
this place.
spine?
Today's a little puppy. Oh, I don't like this place.
Look, I'm here with you. Just let me.
Pretend
Let
that
me
you
hold
do
on.
though, because if he senses it, it won't be good for us.
You'll enjoy your sphere. Don't let him.
Okay. In that case, I'll go into my hybrid form.
Oh, okay, nice. I'm gonna let you do that on the next map, because I'm taking you
Okay.
You
over
know
to the
he's
next.
a werewolf at this point, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you all know.
you know.
Okay.
He told you straight up.
Alright, just checking.
You have not seen it. So actually, do describe what your werewolf form looks like, and do you don your armor then? Because it's gonna be a little bit tight, or do you just loosen it a little bit?
Yeah, because my frame is small. Like I'll loosen like the buttons in the middle,
Okay.
just so that the vest doesn't rip. But yeah, the pants are pretty
You
tight.
can just like see Adeline unfazed at this point because she saw so many werewolves.
Yes, she's been killing so many werewolves in this campaign. All right. So we've got the.
So
Let me see. Let me see.
See? Already better. At least you have more spine now.
Whoa.
Literally.
All right. Yeah. The ornate doors of the castle hang open, flanked by fluttering torches and iron sconces. So that's these doors over here. And 20 feet inside the castle is a second set of doors. That's these doors over here.
I'm guessing they're closed as well.
They're closed at the moment.
Well, there's only one thing to do.
Walk
Walk
in.
up to the door and open them.
No, even before you open them, because I'm going to give you the description of that room, they swing open by themselves. Yeah, the doors in front of you suddenly swing open, revealing a grand hall filled with the sound of organ music.
Yep.
Yep, that's why I said is you'll know. As you're walking through this door as well, where is that? Overhead, above you in this room, you see in the vaulted entry foyer, there are 4 statues of dragons glaring down Their eyes sort of flicker in the torchlight.
Dramatic.
Dramatic, yes.
No, that's Avalon actually saying
I know.
dramatic sarcastically.
I know.
Are they moving?
The light is just flickering in these the statues.
Is there any? There's no writing on them, I guess, right?
No, they're too
On the
far
side.
up. Yeah, they're too far up for you to be able to see. So if you guys can quickly give a rundown of the party members here. Someone in chat wants to know what's the composition of the party. Evelyn, we can start with you.
I'll start with myself then. I'm Evelina Moonshade. I am a fighter who accidentally became a bard.
Yeah, you're level 6 fighter and level 1 bard, correct? Arcane archer.
Indeed.
Yeah. Beatrice, you're next.
I'm Beatrice. I'm Tiefling Paladin of Saloon.
Yeah, level 7 at the
7
moment.
levels of Paladin.
Yeah. You wanted to multi-class, but you couldn't find a reason to multi-class, so you've stayed level 7, which is great. And then you, Io Toronescu, who's just transformed into your hybrid form.
Well, okay, I'm Io Tornescu. I am a werewolf born and raised in Barovia who found out that the Mother Knight isn't exactly how they worship her in Barovia, and I'm a level 7 cleric.
You just turned level 7, yeah. And then we've got Roland, who is a drow monk. That gives me a lot of headache. A male drow monk, even though his
confusing.
Yeah, even though his picture looks like a female, he's an elf. What do you expect? He's a male drow monk who's not here today, but will be here next week. He is out celebrating some things, which he's allowed to do. And that is our
What? You
composition.
have a life? How dare you?
How dare you? So, Evelyn, you walk in. Yeah, a Tiefling Paladin is great, right? So a Tiefling Paladin, multi-class fighter bard, a werewolf Barovian cleric, and a drow monk. Got damn epic squad. Yeah, it's a very, very epic squad. The reason they are as far as they are is because they're a really, really good squad. We had wizards, we had other fighters, but these ones have survived. All right, so
I see a token, but I cannot see it through the dynamic lighting.
I will tell you what the token is in a second. I'm going to give you the description first. So, cobwebs stretch between the columns that support this vaulted ceiling of a great dusty hall. Dimly lit by sputtering torches and iron sconces, the torches cast odd shadows across the faces of 8 stone gargoyles squatting motionlessly on the rim of the domed ceiling. Cracked and faded ceiling frescoes are covered by decay. Double doors of bronze stand closed to the east. To the north, a wide staircase climbs into darkness. That's where you see this figure. A lit hallway to the south contains another set of bronze doors, through which you hear sad and majestic organ tones. The figure that you see, even though dynamic light isn't on, is an elf with brown skin and long black hair descending the wide staircase, quiet as a cat.
It's him, isn't it?
He wearing a grey cloak over black studded leather armor and has a polished scimitar hanging from his belt.
So that's a
Rahadin,
yes.
yeah, Rahadin is currently walking down the stairs, and he says, "My master is expecting you."
Really? Because with this kind in the unpolished castle, I wonder why he doesn't have any guests.
It has been a while, I must admit. We don't get many guests. Therefore, we don't expect He looks at you confused. Cleanliness. Beatrice, his heart is beating. He wanted me to inform you of any beating hearts.
Okay.
Right.
No. I don't want. You shouldn't do that. No, I meant.
I'm just joking with you. Yeah, sorry. You meant you'll ask me.
I
obviously.
mean, I don't expect that from Rahad in any way, but.
It does help to know that Rahadin's not an undead, I think.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
guess. Hey, if it bleeds,
It squeals.
I can kill it.
Okay, I see.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's indeed one of the useful information. I just didn't want you to do that for
No, no.
everyone because
The reason I gave it
not
to
to,
you
not to tire
because
you.
this is actually very very useful information to know. Is I don't know if you were sure that Rahidin, and in fact on his face and features, seeing that the battle took place yesterday, he's still recovering from some of the scars that you inflicted upon him.
Well, I think that introductions are very nice and complainant, but we are not. But I'm not a woman of this kind of civil manners. Can we see your master, or do we need to make some bows or wear fancy dresses?
You are appropriately dressed for the occasion, I assume. I don't know if you have any fancier clothes, and he'll say that with as much contempt as he can.
Well, considering that you knew my mother, perhaps she has a dress or something.
She certainly does, but there is no need. Please follow me.
As like she just realized, wait,
Yeah.
she does.
Um, you had this conversation with him
I
in the
know, but
fight.
yeah,
He,
but it's like it's not really fully realized yet.
for you, it's not fully realized yet. Yeah. Um, you can make an inside check if he's surprised by this information or not. Um,
I could try.
yeah, you can always
No,
try.
I'm trying to convince myself not to use Bionic Inspiration. Fuck.
His face is very, very inscrutable. You have not gone close enough to him yet to hear the screaming. I think this is why Beatrice and Io is definitely staying far away from him. Also, I think Io is just trying not to scream.
No,
I guess.
I'm growling and
I
my
mean, I
teeth are
have
showing.
already. I mean, I have voices in my head already. How hard can it be?
1,000 screaming voices in your head, I think, is a bit of a difference, or more. But Rahidin is currently leading you down this direction here. If you could follow me, please.
Please. I thought this whole.
I'll try to have a look
Ooh, night
around.
statue.
All right, Beatrice, you
I'm
can
sorry,
have
I'm
quick look.
nerding out.
yeah, you're nerding out of the statue. Yeah,
It's
Beatrice.
just like so classic.
It is. That's why I say this map is just chef's kiss beautiful. I love this map. So Beatrice, what are you looking around for?
No, basically, like throughout all the rooms, I just want to look around and
You can,
notice things because
yeah.
I know that. Yeah.
You saw this door to the east. You saw there's a winding large staircase that Rahadin had come down from. You see there's another corridor going down to your right, to your left over here. Rahadin is ensuring that he's staying far enough away from these main doors to your left. He's pointing to them, but he doesn't want you to get into the voices. He's trying to get himself into the corner, and he's pointing to this door. He's right through there. This room, by the way, let me just get the description of this room done. Torchlight flutters against the walls of this vaulted hall. To the east, an arched hallway stretches for 20 feet, ending at a spiral staircase that goes up and down. Next to the hallway, a suit of armor, the one that Evelyn freaked out about,
Oh.
stands at attention in a shallow alcove to the west. Large double doors hang slightly open, and a steady, bright light escapes through the opening. Swells of organ music come from behind the doors, spilling their melody over power and defeat into the hall. I don't know what
You're
your
also in the watch together that you.
No, I'm just assuming that's the music that's playing, because that should
Okay.
be the music that's playing.
That's kind of sad.
I want to be in watch together, but I don't know if the music will allow it. I'm gonna listen for a second so that my poor stream can hear what's going on.
Okay, I'll just like go close to Hayden because I don't know about the voices yet.
All right.
And
So yeah, it's at that point. Ooh, whoa, how loud? Yeah, it's not too bad. I like the music. So it's at that point where you're standing right now, where you start hearing these screams of people yelling out in pain, in anguish, in torture, and Rahidin holds up in his hand, please, No further. That is not the way to go. Yeah, this is nice and classic music.
Damn it! Ah, the voices.
Where are we supposed to
Again.
go?
He points to this door once again.
She
Please.
just like She just puts her hand like next to her chest. It's like, damn it! Ugh, they're even stronger than before.
He's gonna, since you're out there, he's gonna open the doors gently and then walk back. For a second, you hear the voices. Please, go in.
We're not done. And she just walks through the doors.
He'll give you a smile. Of course.
Okay, I'll
Well,
go.
after
I'll
you
go in.
guys.
Alright, so 3 enormous crystal chandeliers brilliantly illuminate this magnificent chamber. Pillars of stone stand against dull white marble walls supporting the ceiling. In the center of the room, a long, heavy table is covered with a fine white satin cloth. The table is laden with many delectable foods: roasted beast basted in savory sauce, roots and herbs of every taste, and sweet fruits and vegetables. Places are set for each of you with fine, delicate china and silver. At each place is a crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid. Let me get my small, teeny tiny wine glass that I have over here. With a delicate, tantalizing fragrance. At the center of the far west wall, between floor to ceiling mirrors, stand a massive organ. Its pipes blare out a thunderous melody that speaks in tones of greatness and despair. Seated at the organ, which I will reveal now, with
Is Strahd himself, I'm guessing?
with their back towards you, facing away from you, a single caped figure pounds the keys in raptured ecstasy. I'm sharing another picture with you. Where are you? Here you are. Ravenloft dining room. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's beautiful. I told you the art for this is just gorgeous. As you walk through the door, Evelyn, the music slightly changes to a similar version, but just played on the organ of the song that you have been hearing from your childhood.
She's gonna get a really annoyed face as she's starting to hear that.
All right. You can get your annoyed face. The doors also, by the way, have been closed behind you.
What do I smell in this room?
We want to make a perception check. You and your smelling.
He's alone? I thought he would have, I don't know, more people around him.
21.
Smell delicious food. The food smells excellent. It is some of the best smelling food you have smelled in a long time. The wine is just fruity, a bouquet of great stuff. I'm taking a sip of my wine. It's probably also at that point that, once again, Beatrice can hear 2 heartbeats getting closer.
What about Roland? Is Roland in the room with us?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Roland is in the room with you.
I'm supposed to move his token, but
Yeah.
I'm too focused right now.
Yeah, well, I wish I had blood
with-
red wine.
With that chick, could I pick up on Strahd's scent?
Sure. With that scent, you've gotten close enough to Strahd.
Yeah, I've been right next to him before.
Now the thing is, you are in Castle Ravenloft. His scent is all over the place.
I see.
Yeah. The doors
Are
open.
the heart?
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
You can ask your question while I.
If the hearts are basically walking towards us.
Yeah, the doors are gonna open. You're gonna see what the hearts are.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I was about to say, something here doesn't feel right. There's too many tables for just us.
2 young children walk in. One of them gives an immediate gasp, runs up to you, Evelyn, since you are the closest to this door, and hugs you immediately. Evelyn, it's so great to see you. Arabelle walks into the door.
Arabelle.
Yeah.
Arabelle, what are you doing here?
Uh, what do you mean? What am I doing here? I'm living here now. Beatrice! And she waves at you, gives you a
I
big
think I
smile.
will go hug her.
Okay,
Yeah, but she.
well, except for
Evelyn.
that, what is that disturbing-looking child over there?
I'll tell you what this disturbing looking child. So yes, two children, Evelyn and this other young girl just behind her, looking very demure in a nightgown and slippers, followed by a handsome looking man in a purple dress and yellow hair. This ring, several rings on his finger and necklace. Not protectively holding a hand over this girl's shoulder, but just ushering her in. Um, they walk past you and goes and sit in their positions, I guess, as the music slowly dies down.
I will start clapping when the song is over.
All right, excellent.
I'll just like slow clap.
Slow
Like,
clap. But yeah, Evelyn, uh, Beatrice and Evelyn, Arabelle is extremely happy to see you. She turns around and looks over to Io and Roland. Who are your friends? Because I don't think they've
she
met.
didn't meet Roland?
No, when did she meet Roland? No, she met Roland. Yeah, she'll hug a Roland. Did she meet Roland?
Yeah, he
I
saved
think I
her.
think she did.
All right. Yes. Okay, so she'll hug Roland, but obviously, oh, Io's turned back from werewolf into normal person.
Yeah, I turned back.
Yeah. She didn't even bat an eyelid when you were your werewolf form or your hybrid form, and then she sees you're a human. And she turns around and says, "Hi, I'm Arabelle. Who are you?
My name is Io.
Nice to meet you." She seems happy.
You too, little girl.
She's gonna run around the table, wave to the other girl, and I guess say hello to the man as well. She'll, at the moment as the music stops, she'll go take the main seat here.
Main seat.
Yeah, the
Interesting.
head seat at the table. Strahd finally turns around, uh, acknowledges your hands clapping, clock clapping hands, and he says, "Welcome, welcome. Please have a seat."
That's right here.
All right. Yeah, remember you can hold in Alt to put yourself exactly in the chair.
Yep, doing that right now.
Because the dimensions won't be perfect. But yeah, places are set wherever you want to seat. Strahd remains at the seat of the organ and gives everyone a slight smile. He turns to Arabelle and says, "Why didn't you introduce our guests to the rest of the company? I don't think they have met." Arabelle turns around, doesn't. What is the face that she's gonna give him? She won't give him. So she's not a child. She won't give him the "Ooh, I hate you very very much" face. She knows decorum. She knows how to treat a respectful situation. She nods to him, and then
Oh, okay. I can put him here.
yeah, I just she nods to him and points to the man in purple first, who has been quiet but respectful. Looked at each and every one of you and say, um, "This is Escher. He's also been staying in the castle. He's got his own room way up in the castle." Escher turns and to each and every one of you and says, "Ah, Chante, Madame, Monsieur, it is a pleasure to meet you. I am looking forward very much to meeting your acquaintances. And then she points over to the girl that's a little bit older than Arabelle is, but not much. And she says, "Oh, and this is Gertruda. Gertruda and I have become best of friends." Gertruda is she's going to look at each and every one of you as if she owns the place, and she's just going to say, "Hello. It's so nice to meet you."
Nice to meet you too.
At this point, I think I'm gonna try to keep it together because I
Yeah.
realize who sees.
Yeah, I think you realize who she is fully. I don't know
Oh,
if
really? I
Evelyn.
don't.
I don't know if yeah, Evelyn won't know. I think you're the only one that knows in this group, correct?
I know who
So
Gertrude is.
Yeah, you would know who Gertruda is, but you would know her from the village itself. You wouldn't know her. You might have heard, maybe. I don't know if you would know her, who
No,
Gertruda is.
no, no.
Out of character, you know who she
I
is.
know.
Yeah, you out of
Yeah.
character, you know exactly who she is. But Beatrice in this group at least.
yeah, so her mother told us in the village of Barovia, maybe the first day that we were there, that she went to the castle, probably was charmed by Strad, and she was looking for her, and she gave me her doll.
Yeah, Beatrice is still
Oh.
holding on to that doll.
Uh-oh. That's bad.
You said that there were two hearts, though, so is one
hmm
of them
One of them is
dead?
one of them is not beating. One of the three people in here is not beating. Yes. The heartbeat is not coming from the man in purple. Gertruda and Arabelle is still alive. That at
So,
least is a good thing for you.
I didn't
so
expect that yet.
Yeah.
sorry.
Sorry, this is a moment that I was like, oh, it pays off so well, right? All right, so we are going to be rolling initiative here. Sorry, Evelyn, so that we have whoever wants to talk can talk.
All right.
So we can keep track of who's talking and who's asking the questions.
16.
16. Do you want to just direct your questions to Strahd, or do you want to direct it to anyone else? Do I need to add anyone else to the initiative here?
I mean, not Roland because I don't want to talk for two people, and I don't think.
Yeah. Well, I will allow that you can
Uh-oh.
ask through Roland. Oh, yeah, you're not supposed to see that, but whatever.
Yeah.
I can't do much about
I
that,
was.
can I?
Yep.
I forgot to change the name. Let me change the name. You don't see nothing. Save
Mm-hmm.
changes. There we go. You don't see nothing. It's
Yep.
real Strahd Zarovich.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. It's not that he's not real. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to direct questions in Arabelle or Escher and Gertruda, or are we just gonna do it like this?
It also depends how you prefer it, because obviously I would like to talk to the dead guy and
Yeah.
ask Gertrude some things, but maybe you
Okay.
want to focus on Strad first. I don't.
I'm gonna add their initiatives so that when you want to talk to them, when their initiative comes up, because it will actually be very useful. They will be here for a little while. They're not gonna be here for the entire dinner. Um, so they're here for the first few. I'll let you know which round it is they will be going again. All right. So Gertruda is up first. I see.
Oh, okay.
So anyone want to direct a question to Gertruda?
I mean,
God be.
I guess I want to figure out if she looks happy.
Okay. So what question do you want to ask her so that I can tell you roll an insight?
Uh, I will ask, have you been living here for a long time? How are they treating you?
Oh, she's gonna give a slight laughter and says, "Oh, I haven't been living here a long time. I lived with my mother before this. Um, I think maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Yeah, it's been wonderful. I'm loving it here so far. It's such a big castle and it's amazing in here. She seems a little bit scared with directly addressing you, being in the company of so many adults. You can see her cheeks are red. Do you want to roll that inside check for me?
Yeah, and I guess I would try to figure out if she's charmed
Yeah.
also.
I'll add it in if you get a really, really good insight. Oh, Beatrice, please give me some.
No.
No, just Beatrice and her inside checks just never work. Ever. She seems happy.
It's okay.
She seems childlike and a childlike grace. All right, Evelyn.
I guess I'll direct it. So, with all that theater work, would you care to explain what brought you to actually invite us to dinner?
I thought it would be obvious. You had shown such great valor and bravery in the battle yesterday. I need something like that. It is. It is something new. New blood.
To suck out of us, I'm guessing.
Well, now, since it is Strahd's turn, he will say, oh, no, not suck out of you. Recruit. I need a new leader. I don't want to stay here for the rest of my existence. I want to expand. I think you perhaps of all people, Evelyn, could be one of those leaders. Perhaps even the greatest of them. Don't you feel the talents you had were wasted? He's gonna sip some wine as he says that, I guess, because that's the only thing he can drink.
Wasted on what, exactly?
Guard duty. Westgate. Everything outside.
Please. If I... With the appreciation I've gotten for the lives I've saved, and how I put my responsibility above my personal interest, I do think it's not wasted. No, not a single second of it.
I see.
Even lives taken by mistake.
That happens, doesn't it? Lives taken by mistake. We regret it sometimes when we're alive. No, I think you would make a great successor. Io.
I'll ask
Also, yeah,
Strahd.
you're obviously free to eat the food. You'll see that Arabelle and Gertruda has started digging in. They're hungry enough. They don't seem to
I'll
be collapsing from dying.
I'll put a lot of meat on my plate.
All right.
And
I just need to like go to the bathroom for a second.
Yeah, when your turn comes, you'll know, or we'll know. Yes, Io.
I'll ask Strahd. I've been very curious about religion the last few months.
You have.
Why? Who is the Mother Knight really? Is she Saloon?
Of course, she is Saloon. She is an ancient form of Saloon, but she is Saloon. There is no denying it. Ugh, sorry, my nerves are coming up again. What you understand her to be, and what Beatrice over there understands her to be, is one and the same coin. You, werewolves, have been worshipping her for as long as you have. So this is something else I'm probably going to share with you as well. Is yes, you've been worshipping Saloon for a long time, but you also fear Strahd because of the fact that he keeps, or your people fear Strahd. I can't remember why they worship Selena. I'll need to read that up again. But the only reason that you most of the pack has always followed Strahd is because you fear him.
Yeah, that's basically what I wanted
Confirm.
to confirm. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm adding that information for you out of character, because Strahd would never obviously say that. Um, the what your view on Mother Night is, or what Werewolf's view on Mother Night is offering other people to her, uh, having maggots feast on these offerings as an emblematic offering to Mother Night, as a feeding ritual. When the flesh of the corpses has been eaten away, the pack searches for new offerings to take their place. That is what had been done in the werewolf caves for such a long time, until you were released.
Okay,
Arabelle.
got it.
Arabelle, anyone got a question for Arabelle? Or,
Not B.
yeah, you get all the questions you needed, and Arabelle can enjoy her dinner.
I guess I wouldn't ask her in front of him, so maybe I will skip it for now.
Okay. Is there something you want to ask her if he wasn't there? Because she might bring it
I,
up.
I would ask her about her dreams, if she
Ah,
keeps having dreams, and
she
what's the most recent one. Let's
okay.
see.
So what she will then ask you, I think, Beatrice, um, is um, Mr. Strahd tells me, well, sorry, Mr. Van Zarovich tells me you were at Yesterhill. Why didn't you say hi?
I had other business to attend at the winery, unfortunately.
Oh, I would have loved to show you everything there. It was such an amazing trip. I've been stuck in the castle most of the time from then.
It must be amazing to ride on that horse.
Oh, Persepolis is a beautiful horse. Sorry, I'm going into Gertruda for some reason. Arabelle is not Gertruda. The height he gets is really, really good. I have my own adventures to tell now. He's just gonna look over to you, Evelyn and Beatrice. I am finally an adventurer.
I'm gonna move a bit closer to her and I'm gonna whisper, so tell us about your adventures.
Not too much to tell. From last time we saw each other, I was brought back here. I met Gertruda over there. We became the bestest of friends. Um, I explored the castle. She's gonna whisper this back to you. I explored the castle a little bit. Um, he leaves very many times. I don't know what he does outside. And then one day he took me to that hill. He showed me. He showed me his the village where he comes from. Wow, it was so cool. It was this big town just there in the wall of fog. And then I came back here, spent the last few days talking to Escher and Gertruda.
It's a crowded place, it seems, this castle.
um, are you saying this out loud or to Arabelle?
To Arabelle, yeah.
It can be a little bit crowded sometimes. I have to hide sometimes, get away from the scary things. But it's good company.
At this point, I don't think I would want her to say more things, treasure her.
All right. Yeah, I think it's gonna get very close to the point where she is not gonna be there anymore. Like I say, is I'm giving you more time than the book allows me to give you, because I want you guys to get some answers here. So, anyone have a question for Escher?
So, what's your deal with on all this madness? I'm guessing that you. Let me guess.
Madness? Yeah, let me guess. What?
Let me guess. You tidy up after little Strati over here.
Ooh. He's gonna. His face is gonna definitely change on that one. It's gonna be this. Look towards Strahd, then look towards you. I am not a cleaner. That is Cyrus's job. Probably on cue. At the top of the round, I'll actually do it. I am a guest here. I have been by his side for a while. He's gonna give another strange, muted face. He goes quiet for a little bit. He nods again and says, "Yes, yes, I've been a guest for a while.
Sounds like servitude with extra steps.
I have freedom of choice. I stay here on
Do
my own free
you?
will."
Do you really?
He'll give
I think that's. Sorry, what?
he'll give another longing look towards Strahd. He'll nod again and say, "Yes, yes. I stay here on my free will."
I find that hard to believe.
I need to drink some wine.
Do an insight check, please.
Yeah,
Minor trap.
please do an inside check. I'm also waiting for you to bloody do the inside check.
Join the insight check with Bardic Inspiration.
Go for it.
So, insight. Oh god.
Roll that bardic inspiration.
Roll in that Bardic Inspiration.
Wow.
12.
That
Okay,
changed.
nice.
That changed your roll. Okay. So I'm going to make a check for him. If it is, yeah, well, his charisma is really not that good.
Yay!
He's
Yay!
he's making it very, very, very obvious. The longing stares, the twirling of the hands, the furtive glances towards Strahd itself. This man is very, very much in love with Strahd.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that is hilarious.
He's not the happiest of people, but he's very, very in love with Strahd.
I think
Almost.
I have my. She's just gonna look like a smug look as she figures this out and is like, I have my answer.
Gertruda is not doing any better either. She's basically
also
gawking at
annoyed.
him. She's like, she's trembling at being so close to him. Arabelle is the only one that because her back is towards him, she's on purpose looking at you, keeping your eyes on each and every single one of you, not keeping his gaze at all.
As she's just gonna get a smug look of oh, I get your deal, and it's like, I think I have my answer.
There we go.
A 7 it is. A willing one. How pathetic.
It clearly is. Thank you, Beatrice, for actually begging him in for that inside check. I was holding on that one. Whew. Alright, so at the top of the round, we'll say a few minutes has passed. You've hopefully eaten some of the food. Io, the food is delicious. Doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it.
I would like another question, but if something's happening,
Yeah, something's happening. When it gets to your turn, you get another question.
okay.
You see a figure walking in with a tray of food, or replenishing the food. It is not difficult recognizing who or what he is. Another mongrel folk, a little bit older than any of the mongrel folk you have seen before. I will share the picture. Do I actually have the picture under here? But yeah, this one has a few features to him. A lot of interesting features. I'm gonna blow him up first. But he starts waddling in, crouching a little bit. Snaggletooth. He's got a iron key hanging from his robe. Just above it, there also appears to be this necklace that has an eye in it, and he's also dragging this lantern behind him for some reason. The lantern's also lit for some other reason. The text handouts, named NPCs handouts. That's what I'm looking for. And your name is. That's the name. Here we go. Right, show to players. You don't know his name, obviously. And then I need to find his description somewhere.
I'm guessing he's the butler.
Oh, he's the cook.
At this point, yeah, I think as soon as I see him like messing with the food, I'm gonna talk a bit, thinking that he put some body parts.
Yep, most certainly, probably. Who knows? Yeah, he doesn't. You realize as he walks in and he's carrying the food, he's mumbling to himself. He's like, he sounds just as crazy as the rest of them because he is just as crazy as the rest of them. He is. Where is your description? I've got his page now. I want your description. You can see he's got a duck foot. He's got some animal's ears. He's got lizard skin. Why can't I find his description anymore? And he's got all of the features that's on his map as well, on his picture there. I think it's lupine ears. He's hunched a little bit because of that duck foot and the weird arm. He goes about his business, ignoring you mostly, saying, guests should be in the rooms. Yes, guests should be in the rooms. Okay, go to your rooms when you are finished. And he walks past Gertruda and Escher. Guests should be in their rooms. Guests should be in their rooms. Go to your rooms when you are finished. He repeats this mantra, walking past every single one of you. He looks at you, Evelyn, gets closer, looks you in the eyes, and say, guests should be in their rooms. Guests should be in their rooms. And he doesn't even look at you choking, Beatrice. Says the same thing.
If he approaches, I'm gonna tell him the abbot says hi.
Oh, you know the abbot. I like the abbot. Abbot make me pretty.
Why didn't he keep you there?
Oh, because I live here. I serve master. I want to serve master. Ah, there's his description. Sorry. And he points over to Strahd. Master, master. So the left side of his face is covered with lizard scales, and he has the ears of a panther. His left foot looks like a duck's webbed feet, and his arms have patches of black dog fur. He stinks a lot. He's gonna smell you, Io.
Yeah.
Mm,
I'll smell him back.
you'll smell him back. Smell pretty. Yeah, you can make a perception
my
check.
perception?
I don't know.
I'm trying to.
This one is actually good. Yeah, you do much better than he does, even though he had advantage on his check too, because he's got the keen hearing and smell feat. So the two of you smelling each other like dogs. Smell pretty, pretty, yes. You can make good children.
Wait, what?
And he's gonna walk away after that. You can say something as he walks away, Io. It's up to you.
I know. I'll just be like, what?
Did
What?
that thing just hit on you?
Probably.
I don't know. I really hope not.
Strahd is going to talk once again and say, that is Cyrus Bellevue. Did you say you know him? It sounds like you know him.
I do not.
He's actually looking over to Beatrice.
We've met his people at the Abbey.
Ah, the Abbey. Wonderful place, isn't it? Gertruda is going to excuse herself. She's going to say thank you. Thank you for dinner. I have to go back to my room. She's going to blow a kiss to start. Good night, my love. And she's going to walk out of the room as well. Unless you really seriously have any questions for her. But that was her turn. You can stop
I mean,
her.
I don't.
You don't, alright.
Like, because of,
Because of history.
yeah, no history.
No history.
Or lack thereof.
Lack thereof. Alright, Evelyn, you are up again.
So, I have to ask, did she really love you?
Yes. Yes, she did. I think, Beatrice, by this point, your concentration is probably complete.
Yep.
She's just gonna like slam the layer. Don't lie to me! Look me in the eyes! You know exactly who I'm talking about.
Katarina. Oh no, sorry. I've got her name. Yes. I know exactly who you're talking about. Her grave is down in the basement.
Can I see it?
You're free to explore the castle if you wish.
You can't even give me that courtesy.
I
Very
said
well.
you are free to explore the castle if you wish.
That doesn't guarantee safety, does it?
So Beatrice, what is your inside check for?
That we're free to explore.
It seems like he is truthful on the matter. You are free to explore the castle if you wish.
I will also inside check this, but oh crap! And
Okay, Petrina
bardic
Velikovna.
inspiration or bardic inspiration?
How many body
We will have more things to insight those, so be careful
Sure
with
enough.
that.
Yeah, you have to start being careful with your body
Yeah,
inspiration.
it's my last one.
Yep.
No, I won't use it.
All right.
So I guess I get nothing out of that.
No, no. Like I said, you're free to explore the castle. He said that you understand what you mean by it.
What was my first question, not the second one?
Petrina Velikovna. It appears
Yeah.
that he believes that she loved him.
Of course he does.
His face and his features say it. The thing is, from your inside check, it truly looks like he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I know.
It's like, yeah, it's like, unfortunately, I find that hard to believe.
As it is. So, are you willing to accept being my successor? Taking over from me? I could teach you many things. I used to be a soldier, you know. I killed.
Do you be
Sorry, Io?
is he talking to all of us or just to Evelyn?
At the moment, he's looking at Evelyn, but he does look at each and every one of you if you want to interrupt and make sure.
Soldier, I've seen your stance. You use your vampiric gifts as if it was a crutch.
Tactics might not be your strong suit then.
Tactics, yes. Soldiering is a different story.
Ah, but that's the thing. You're under other people's orders when you're a soldier. When you're a leader, when you're a ruler like I am, you make your own plans. You have to be smart. You have to attack strategically. Risk the lives of those who are lesser than you are. What is one little life?
If we take over for you, does that mean that we will become a vampire?
Oh, no. Not if you don't want to. I offer it freely to those who want it. I just need someone to rule in my stead. Now that I no longer have a bride worthy, you see Escher just sitting back in his seat immediately, sighing heavily, throws his napkin down.
Oh.
Oh, no, I can't be your bride. But Dad.
But Daddy.
But my lover.
But will we be a fully fledged vampire or a spawn?
You will be whatever you wish to be.
And then we can leave?
You are allowed to do what you wish. I do not control you once you are my successor. I will do what I need to do and you do what you need to do.
What do you need to do exactly?
Well, I've had to change a lot of my plans in the recent few days. I'll have to consider what my father wanted me to do, I think. Did you know that this land was named after him? Barovia. King Barov was his name. The castle was named after my mother, Ravenovia, Castle Ravenloft. And I have to figure out what my father wanted me to do.
You didn't say what it was.
No, I didn't. Obviously. I
So, if one of us were to decide to become the new ruler of Barovia, can we do what we want? You said that I would do what I need to do. What does that mean?
I have seen you fight, each and every one of you. You have withstood everything that I could throw at you. You have stood up again and again. If that is what it takes to rule this land, then rule this land. I can teach you what I know, but why would I want to stop you? You have been so brave. You have been so beautiful. Although, to be honest, I think Evelyn would be better fit.
I'm not sure if Avalon is smirking or disgusted.
hmm Um, Arabelle, realizing that this is beyond her,
I mean, like mother, like daughter, I guess.
like mother, like daughter. Yeah, Arabelle realizing that this is beyond her, she is adult-like in her ways, but she's starting to not understand this. Is gonna tap her lips, and she's going to also say, Um, it was so nice to see you again, Evelyn Beatrice. Nice to meet you, Mr. Io.
It is nice to meet you too.
The
I've
girl goes with us.
I have to go to bed.
You're coming with us. That's not a question.
What are you gonna do about it? Is the question. She's gonna obviously look over to Strahd, who just nods at her, gives a non-committal. So how are you gonna convince Arabelle?
Just like she like just like, you want us to rule this land for you? Fine, but the little girls come with us.
I have a question. Strahd's going to look at you. I've kept my promise, have I not? I have not hurt her. She is still alive. And he'll look over to Beatrice, as she can attest. Beatrice, do you confirm or deny this?
Yeah, at this point, I don't want tension, so I will nod.
So what purpose would it serve if you take Arabelle out of here, out of the castle, out of the safety that I provide for her? And take her out into the dangerous world.
Because I have some. You want us to accept this deal. This
You
is
do?
not a. And I do have my terms. I do not trust you with this young life. She is innocent.
That she is.
I am not.
And I've learned so much more about what she actually is. Ultimately, it is up to her. She'll stay one more round.
Yay! I won.
Yay! You won! Beatrice.
Do I get cookies?
Well, whatever you want is on this table. There's a chocolate chip cookie right there.
I'll turn to Strad. You're a proud man who loves power, so why would you give it up?
I have lost the one that I could share it with. What am I to do now? Live my existence alone? Again,
And
Escher is gonna sigh very, very deeply. He's already pushing his chair out, grumbling under his breath.
I'm sorry, that's way too funny.
what's next? Death?
I have to find Rudolf von Richten. He escaped my clutches. I do not know where he is. He's an old man with a death wish, so I will grant it to him.
And what then?
Then, if you're willing, I come back, give you the keys to the castle, and I leave.
To where?
I don't know yet. I haven't thought that far. Where do you think I should go? I could return to what I had shown Arabelle, my hometown, but sadly that is illusion that has been created to remind me of my olden days. Regrets I have. Things that I should have done that I didn't do. People that did not see the beauty of this place.
Sadly, I do not think that changing where you are will give you peace. But I would like to know your story and how you came to be here.
It is an interesting story. I will tell it to you. To be honest, I don't think I need peace. That is something for the living. I am neither living nor dead. What can I find? Where can I find peace? Escher will walk away.
Walk away like the drama queen, like with the hand.
Yeah, he flips his hand over. He flips his hair. This is all animated
Like
stuff.
mega anime.
Yeah,
Walk.
swings his hips, sashay away, sashay away. He's definitely not happy at all. Strahd has ruined his heart once again, or has broken his heart
Yes.
once again.
Broken one.
He almost runs out the door. You hear a son as he walks.
Pathetic. Anyway.
Pathetic. All right. So let me get the history of Strahd open here.
Oh yay!
Well, I've been. Unless you have a burning question for him, Evelyn, it will be taking your turn and his turn most likely.
I kind of want to do a sentimental thing, but let's
Go
see. Let's
go
do
for it
this.
first. It's your turn. Then I'll go for Strahd.
Okay, cool. So it's easy, but you don't realize it. Peace is achieved by finding true love.
Then why did you rip her away from me?
She never loved you. She never would. She loved him. You know exactly, and I think that Strutton knows exactly who I mean by him.
Him? Yeah, of course he knows. He knows. He can smell the sword in the same room.
Yep. What you desire is not something you can ever have with her. You know that, deep inside.
But I loved her.
You just you will never understand it. Even when my mother passed away from the sickness in Westgate, she died knowing very well that love is in her heart, for her daughters in this case.
Do you
But
then
instead,
regret?
you. What? Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Do you then
Oh,
regret my invitation bringing you here? Teaching you these new skills? Making you stronger than you were in Westgate?
no. It made me realize. You made me realize what true meaning is.
He's gonna actually crack a big smile at that. Excellent. That is good news.
I'm strong enough to admit the
I'm
truths.
strong enough to live without you. Sorry, I shouldn't have broken that there.
I know. It's just like she enjoys this exchange.
Yeah, of course, obviously. That's
I
why.
mean,
That's why I'm talking directly to you, Evelyn. You can be my
yeah.
successor, and I realize that Beatrice could have been the successor. I want Beatrice to be a successor as well, but I don't know if she would take it. I think Evelyn would take it more. But
Pretty much.
yeah, Beatrice, you're getting a lot of your answers anyway, aren't you?
Wait. Let's see. Just my mother wanted to give you that life, but she died, and I
They all die, don't they?
no, I don't. I don't.
Yeah, you don't. I don't know. I don't know what you don't. You said something, but then you didn't say it.
Um, no, nothing. It's just like
I'll ask you
she's trying
later.
to think if the like the
Yeah.
all the people of this land talk about how love is the solution to this curse, this state you are at.
They don't know.
The abbot makes a pathetic excuse of a woman
She is
to,
beautiful, isn't she?
my God, you're lost.
What I find beautiful and what you find beautiful must be different then.
I don't know what she saw in you. I really
I
don't.
I intend to marry her as well.
That is not love then. That is just an empty shell filling itself.
Hmm.
And if you think that what I say is false, then you truly have no hope.
Hmm. I'll tell you about peace. In life, now I'm gonna start his story.
Yeah, that's fine.
In life, I was a count, a prince, a soldier, and a conqueror. After my father died, I waged wars, long, bloody wars against my father's enemies. I smote them in his name. I killed many, many people in a good and honorable way. Myself and my armies cornered the last of my enemies in this very valley. slaying each and every single one of them. As I've mentioned before, I named that valley after my father, Barovia. It reminded me of his beauty, and I decided to settle here. My mother, Queen Ravenovia, she lamented my father's death, and she became fearful of me. I had become cold and arrogant like you. My mother kept my brother away from me. Sergei never saw anything of the battles that I had conquered, had made my own. I envied the love of my mother and the attention she visited upon my brother. So I stayed here in Barovia. It was peaceful for a while, but it makes you restless. My best years were behind me. I had become old. No, I did not want to become my father. I did not want to become decrepit, die. I studied, and I forged a pact. I forged a pact at a with the dark powers of the Shadowfell, and they returned their promise, gave me what I am, immortal. I have scoured the lands for wizards and artisans, brought them to this valley, commanded them to raise this castle that you now have dinner in. It has rivaled many fortresses in my ancestral home. I named it after my mother, to show her my love. Every single part of this castle emanates her love. When it was complete, I told my mother and my brother to come to Barovia and stay with me. My brother did live with me for a while, but my mother never made it. She died traveling here. I had to say goodbye to another parent, bury them. That's when I met Tatiana. She was a worthy bride, and I lavished a lot of gifts upon her. But she fell in love with my brother, which it seems you know is obviously going to look at you, all of you. I wonder how you know this. I wonder if I should share the next part with you. No, I will not. If you know how of my brother, it appears you know enough about what happened between him and her. How she hurled herself from the castle balcony to escape my pursuit, plunging to her death.
You killed him, didn't you?
I do not have to tell you these things.
It's written all over your face. You're not even guilty about it.
Why should I be? I am dead, and he is dead. I've had several consorts. Since her, each of them a beautiful person. Your grandmother, one of them as well.
Wait, grandmother?
It's 400 years ago. I don't think it's going to be your mother, my dude.
So technically it's not my mother, it's my grandmother.
Aha. Yeah. Something new for you to think over.
Oh, great.
But yes. I had spent many, many centuries doing what I like to do and enjoying what I love to do until it became dull and there were no more visitors to this castle. I had slumbered and spirits had escaped. When I woke up again, I needed some company. So I invited people over. I have invited you over as well. And you have made it this far. Congratulations.
So we're entertainment for you?
You were. You no longer are you? Io. After all of that.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I know.
Um, take out the book.
Oh, ooh. You're gonna take out the book.
Yes. And I'll turn to the page
So
where it
basically, you're
says.
gonna throw the book at him?
I'm gonna
No,
throw the
no,
book at
no.
him.
I'm gonna turn to the page where it says that
Wow, okay. Let me just
he
make
killed his brother.
let me
And
just
I'm
make
like,
a wisdom saving throw here. Ooh. Okay. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
I'll point at
How
that part and it
did you
says
get that book?
that we found it. But you see, it's
Who
written right here.
gave
You
it to
killed
you?
him. No one gave it to us. We found it.
Fine. Yes. After I sealed my mother's body away in the crypt beneath the castle, I met Tatiana, a young Barovian woman of fine lineage and remarkable beauty. As I mentioned before, I gave her all the gifts, I gave her all the attention, but she fell in love with my brother, the warmer, friendlier face. I did not stand in the way of their love until the day of their wedding. That's when I looked into a mirror and realized that I was a fool.
Only then?
Only then. I murdered him, I drank his blood, and I sealed the pact with the dark powers. I chased Tatiana through the gardens, determined for her to accept and love me, and she hurled herself off the castle balcony, where the castle guards turned on me, turned me what I am forever, by shooting arrows through my heart. Was that what you wanted to hear? That in my final dying breaths, I did not die, that I became a vampire. The sky went black, and I killed every single one of those traitorous beasts. The Order of the Silver Dragon.
Now, what is the dark powers that you refer to?
Wow, so that's what his guards are? The Order of the Silver Dragon? Interesting.
Arabelle is going to shake a lot by hearing this. She is trying to get away again. Do you stop her?
I like hold her hands. I'm with you now.
You gotta
Not
have to make
again.
you're gonna have to make me some kind of persuasion check. She's hearing a lot of news that she does not want to hear.
Okay, can I have advantage because I was
Your
really nice to her?
yours is a 10. You can clearly see it's a 10.
What 10?
She rolled a wisdom
Oh,
save.
oh, okay. Well, my
I'll
persuasion is a
also
6.
I'll
Right.
take out the doll also and
Oh
give it
yeah.
to her.
All right. Are you giving the doll as a consolation or as a
For her to keep because I know that she will show it to Gertrude.
okay? Make me a persuasion. I'll make another insight check.
I did.
No, I'm talking to Beatrice.
Oh.
What is insight again? Int or whiz?
Insight is
Whiz.
wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay, so if I get a 8 or higher, I'm fine. She knows exactly what you're.
God damn it. Should have
Well,
given you bardic inspiration. Oh well.
well, the thing is, she's got a higher wisdom, so Arabella realizes what Beatrice is trying to do. At least she's gonna try and dexterously walk around.
Oh, wait, my 22 doesn't do anything?
She's staying. She's just taking the doll
Oh.
and standing behind you. Then. So she has the doll now, Beatrice.
I'm gonna have another sip of wine.
Yeah, my one is almost finished in real life because I have like the smallest glass in the world.
I'll turn to
The
Strad.
wine. So the wine here. This is what Champagne de la Stump tastes like, because it is Champagne de la Stump, the best wine in Barovia.
I'm gonna take 3 guesses. It tastes good!
Oh well, I think you saw the the picture that Beatrice put on. It tastes good.
I'll turn to Strad. Don't fool yourself. You're smart enough to realize all this. This is not about the love of a woman. This is about your self-hatred. And we both know that perhaps it's impossible to solve.
There will
I
be,
think that's
yeah.
what started this.
I'm trying to think of what his expression on this would be, because he'll think
And I
about it
will
for
do
a
an
while.
insight when
Yeah,
I tell him.
because that's the thing is he's got a complex emotions here, for sure. So make an insight check, as his face is considering what you're saying. I don't know if he's got a response to it. You probably get a feeling that part of this is true in his case. Although he won't tell it to himself. Who knows? Whether he tells it to himself in the mirror every night he's in his room or alone.
Mm.
Yeah, your insight can tell you as much as your feeling at the moment, I think.
Can I add something else?
Sure.
You said you made a pact and you got your immortality from it, but what do they get from you?
I'm not sure what they get from me. No, I'm not sure what they get from me at all. So, Evelyn, do you want to repeat your question?
What was the question again?
Where is Dark Powers? Where did you learn this magic?
I didn't ask that question.
It's pretty sure you did.
I
I-
asked.
Io did. Sorry, it was Io. So you want to repeat? Unless Evelyn has another question, because the two questions are related. That's why I want to answer it here at this moment.
I think that you can. I'll do that.
So can I do that? You don't need your question
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
moment.
you can do that. You can do that.
All right. So he's going to relax from the organ. Not really. He wasn't really tense in the organ. He was just relaxing as it is. He can't participate in dinner. Why would he try and eat dinner when he can't eat dinner? And he'll look over to you, Io, and he'll look over to you, Beatrice, and it says, "Well, it seems that the questions are related then. I learnt my knowledge in a temple a few hours away from here. Still stands. I think he's looking
The
over
Amber
it.
Temple?
Yeah, he's looking over at you. You know it then. Yes. That is where I've gained my knowledge.
I actually wanted to
That
ask for 20.
is where I've sent your sister to gain the knowledge. That is where. And he looks over to your faces. Rictavio. No. Rudolf von Richten is. Oh. Unless you want to make a deception check to try and stop him from gaining that knowledge, which I will.
How did he? What first? We didn't know that.
Well,
How did he know?
he can see from your guesses or your knowledge. He's probably thinking this through.
Oh, okay.
As it is, and with his plus 12 perception, I think for certain.
Oh yeah. There's no way we can pass that.
Yeah.
But only if I get a natural 20.
Yeah. So roll me some kind of deception for some of the things he's picking up from just your behavior from where he's clutching in the dark here. The fear you have of the Amber Temple, the knowledge that so the reason he's getting this is the only way that you would know of the Amber Temple if someone else knows of
Oh
the Amber
yeah.
Temple. Yeah, but it's not a 26, is it?
I mean,
Yeah. So yes, so here's the logic that's going on in his mind. The only way that you know of the Amber Temple is that someone else told you about the Amber Temple, and if someone else told you about the Amber Temple, the only other person in here that's strong enough that knows about the Amber Temple is either actually he doesn't know about Esmeralda, is Rudolf von Richten. You've spoken to Rudolf von Richten.
But we mentioned the abbot too.
You've mentioned the abbot. You've mentioned a lot of things. Yeah.
I mean, technically we don't know it from him. We know it from
Yeah.
Cassidy.
You actually know from the abbot. Beatrice is correct. The abbot mentioned.
Oh yes,
Casimir Velikov. Oh yeah,
Casimir.
Casimir.
Yeah.
Casimir told us about the Ember Temple.
Doesn't matter. He's making the wrong conclusion.
Oh, sure, you can do that.
Yeah. But yeah, this is all based off of your deception. So I'm gonna ask you to make a deception check for me as well, and make one for Roland.
Oh, okay.
Oh right, sorry. Yeah.
It's like
I see 2, and I couldn't figure out why there was only 2. So this is the conclusion he's coming to as he starts fading away. You see his figure and form just fade into nothingness, as if it was
an
never
illusion.
there. Yeah.
Of course he didn't have the balls to see us in person.
Hmm. He gave you a lot of information
So,
there. Give me a
what's
second.
next?
I'm opening something up. Pause. I've opened up pages that I wasn't supposed to, so I've lost my place on my D&D Beyond. That is not Castle Ravenloft. I had his backstory open and then. All right, main floor, room
Did
number
its thing.
room number 10. Now I've got a full description here of what happens next. So as Io says, what happens next? You hear. You hear and feel this bone-chilling wind just going rising up through the hall. You hear an eye. You can also smell it. Flames being put out immediately outside of the hallway, and this screeching sound, hinges solidly thudding and closing, heavy doors closing all around you, slamming
We
shut
need to go.
one after another into the distance. You hear the portcullis and the groaning, straining sound of the bridge being lifted. And finally, you hear the doors to this room. Well, the doors to this room has already been shut, so nothing happens. But you hear most of the other doors just go. Poof, 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 poof. The lights all disappear out of this room, and Arabelle gives a little tiny yelp.
We need to go.
Yeah, I would run towards the door and see if it's locked.
All right. We are at 2.5 hours. I'm gonna call it there though. I think, if you don't mind, that is a very, very, very good place for me to stop. I would have loved to continue this. I have it all prepared, but the conversation went a little bit longer than I expected, and to play a half an hour extra for what is to happen next, I don't think is worth it.
Okay, I don't
Nudge,
mind.
nudge, wink. Yeah, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Combat encounter.
True.
I mean,
So,
obvious things.
obvious things is obvious. I'm putting you over to the map. Beatrice, you can run to the door. Make me a quick check.
Would that be investigation? Or...
Well, you're running to the door. I think you can make a strength check or a perception check to see if the door is unlocked. The door budges for a second, but then you realize it's just your nerves and it is unlocked. Opening it up a crack, you can see that all of the light outside in the hallway has been extinguished and there is darkness outside. And we're going to end the session there. As you are now alone with Arabelle in the castle. You don't know where Strahd is, whether he's there or not. He could be there, he could not be there. We will find out next week on Dragon Ball Z. Alright.
Because I think about that every time I start my session. I think about that time on Dragon Ball Z.
Alright, I'll be back in a minute or two to have our post-game discussion. I'm looking forward to having that post-game discussion. This was a lot of fun. I still love the role-playing we do here. And I'll see you guys in just a sec.
Okay. Cool.
Right, yes, guys, on Twitch and YouTube side, thank you so much for sticking around for as long as you have. This was a complete and utter roleplay session. I had random encounters prepared, I had monsters prepared, I had things they were going to do because I know where they're trying to head to. I knew that they were going to be stuck in this castle for, well, we'll see how long. Because I obviously know what's going on in the book. So this is a really, really, really good place to stop. If you haven't checked it out on YouTube, make sure to watch the rewind there. We are going to be raiding Cyber Houdini on Twitch's side, so if you guys can join me there, that would be really, really awesome. So let's raid Cyber Houdini. He is playing a game called Blasphemous. I recognize it, but I need to see what it is again. Blasphemous, I think, is an oldish game, maybe 2018 or 2017. But yeah, please join me on that side. I am putting it in the chat right now. And for those on YouTube and Twitch, I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to leave a comment and a like.